Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your Wednesday. I know you're looking at this 7-day forecast and you see 67 degrees. You're like, oh, sweet. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's get outside. I'm going to let you know the high of 67 is going to be happening relatively early on in the day. And then temperatures from that point on, really starting around lunchtime, will continue to drop. We're going to get down into the 30s tonight, tomorrow, and into your Friday. Weather impact alert days, primarily, folks, because we're just going to have such a shock to the system over the next 2 days. It's going to be cold. We're going to have gusty winds, the chance for seeing some snow across the higher elevations. So some big changes again moving into our region. We do have winter weather advisories across our region, dense fog advisories, wind advisories basically surrounding us. We'll start off this morning with some mist and drizzle, some patchy dense fog. Here comes this cold front again. So this is the cold front this afternoon. That is going to change things up. It's going to move on in. It's going to bring in those gusty winds. And then the rest of the day, temperatures going to continue to slowly drop. So it is going to be a much cooler afternoon. We will continue to monitor what's moving in by the end of the week, though. Think about it, folks. We're going to have the cold air in place. The question is, can we get this moisture to move far enough south, and how much moisture will be in place with this area of low pressure? Now, since it is picking up some moisture from the Great Lakes, there is the chance, folks, again, that we could see some pretty decent snow across the higher elevations, and maybe, just maybe, a few flurries trying to sneak their way into the Central Valley. We'll continue to watch this again as we head throughout the end of the work week, but I will say the one thing we all notice, folks, will be those temperatures. Rain not going to add up to much. Most of our precipitation primarily moved in yesterday, this morning, and it's going to kind of taper off as we go throughout the day today. Today will be breezy, temperatures dropping. Tomorrow, Friday, weather impact alert days in place. It's hard to even think about the weekend and going into early next week because we have so much to talk about just within the next couple of days. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Meteorologist Rebecca Sweet here. Now, while we are talking about what's happening here locally with the opportunity for some winter-like weather, there's a couple different areas across the country feeling the impacts of Old Man Winter. We do have winter storm warnings. In fact, some areas in the Dakotas looking at blizzard warnings in place with this blowing and drifting snow that is becoming a little bit more of an issue. And then you may be hearing the terms of bomb cyclone going across the far northwestern corner of the United States. That's this major system that's moving in, bringing in a lot of moisture, coming in the form of rain, as well as some snow, as well as some very gusty winds in place as well. We're going to be watching our area, watch this low pressure system that's kind of pushing its way across the Great Lakes, continuing to churn as we go throughout the end of the work week. The question is, folks, how far south will some of this moisture go? Now, keep in mind, we are going to have this cold air in place. Will it make it far enough south to where we do get the chance for some snow? Models are continuing to show a little bit more confidence in this. So basically snow to the east, snow to the west, the Central Plains, fairly quiet right now. Although high temperatures today will be coming across as above average, we will continue to see much cooler weather returning as we go throughout the end of the work week. If you have any travel plans going into the weekend, temperatures for your Friday will be back into the 40s and 50s, warming up into the 60s and potentially into the 70s, especially if you travel a little bit further off to our west. If you notice, Atlanta, Nashville, Smoky Mountains, even into Asheville, looking at temperatures into the 40s by the end of the week.